Good morning. Today's topic is going to be, I'm going to show all of my cards that I'd made. Starting with number 1, I already did a video on it and you guys saw this one. Now, what I didn't notice when I did this one was I really centered on these words right here. Meet the man behind the legend. So I was like, ooh, I'll find a Santa Claus. I didn't even bother reading the top up here. But it's for Frosty the Snowman, but I put Santa Claus. So I was like, oh my God, what a dumb move that was. But this is the one I used the Elmer's glue on. I already showed this one. This one was the first one anyway, and I don't like how it turned out with how stiff it is. So I'm not going to be using this one. This one was just my attempt at a card. So here is number 2. I thought, oh, I'll use I have these crinkle cut scissors. So I was like, oh, I'll do that. Kind of like how I did on the first one where I cut them like that. So I cut corners like that, and this was my first attempt at trying this, and I thought that was kind of cool. I'm going to be giving this one to one of our family friends who always sends us a card, because I always send them a card. So I'm going to be giving this one to them, and yeah. And then this one, oop, there's 2 there. This is number 3 that I did. I really liked the deer in this one. So I was like, oh, well, my father is a deer hunter. So I was like, I'll try to figure out what I can do. And this originally was going to be square. But then I kind of put this one on crooked. You can't quite tell unless you really look. But I can tell because I'm the one that made it. But I didn't like the way it turned out. So I ended up making this round. And what I was going to do was I was going to make this an ornament and have it hanging. But I didn't have any silver paper, so I was like, I'll just scrap the idea and just leave it as a round. So anyway, this is the one I'm sending to my parents. I thought it was nice. I like how it says Merry Christmas there. And I really I liked this border here. In hindsight, I probably shouldn't have done these lines in the same stripe because it kind of, I don't know. Anyway, on to my next card. And this one, I forgot who this is for my daughter's friend who always sends us a card too. So this is my second use of the puffy squares. I thought it turned out pretty good. I should have put the puffy squares, under all these snowflakes, but I didn't even think about it at the time until after I did it. And then I was like, oh, well, I could have done that. Well, silly me. But anyway, I thought this one was a nice, simple, to the point. I really liked it. The deer looks like he's floating in air, but that's okay. It's cool. And then this one is going to be for a family. Well, my oldest daughter has a friend who her parent. I send one to their to their family, and then for the last couple of years they've sent one back. So they're getting one this year, and this one has a poofy thing too. And I thought this one actually turned out pretty good. I really like that style. I don't really care if other people don't, and if people think these are cheesy, that's fine. You are entitled to your rights. Like I said, this is my first year of ever making cards, and I thought they turned out really well. And probably next year I'm actually going to add ribbon or something to these, or some kind of lace or I don't know, I haven't decided, but I want to add another element to my card making. And then here is the last one. This one was my favorite. It's a little too busy, but that's okay. This one I'm sending to my grandma. Now, my daughter is the one that told me to put this, where is it? My daughter is the one that told me, oh wait, it's not my last one. Okay, this one is, okay. Forget the one we're going to our grandma. Grandma will be my last card. This one is going to be for another friend of my daughter's. It's going to be Excuse me. My goodness. Do I have this upside down? No, I don't. I had it upside down. This one's going to go to one of my daughter's friends. She's like, Mom, can you make one for my friend? I want to send a card to her this year. And I was like, oh, sure. I was in a good mood, and I liked how this last one here went. So I was like, okay, I'll make this one. Now, this one, I am not a real big fan of when you put things in on at an angle or crooked. That bothers my OCD of how everything has to be aligned perfectly. As you can tell, and here's a good example of everything being all down in a line. That's my OCD. I don't know what it is. It just to me, like when I'm playing Minecraft, everything has to be like if I make a room and it's 4 this way, well, the other side has to be 4 that way. Or if I want to add something in the wall over here and it ends up being 6 wide that way, I have to go 6 wide that way with my house. It's just, I don't know. It is something about everything has to be symmetrical or whatever. So this was a surprise to me, and I actually thought it turned out okay. I liked it. The more poofy. Nope, just this one is poofy. I thought it turned out pretty good. So, and then we got my grandma one. Grandma's is a little bit busy, but I ended up really, really liking the way it came out. My daughter told me to cut out the deer, and I was like, okay, but then it looked really funny, so I ended up putting it on a green background. And this one, of course, see, it's at an angle again, and that messes with me usually. But see, I ended up doing the snowflakes with the poofy squares, so they're raised, and I really liked this cutout, so I did that with the holly. So I thought that turned out pretty good. So, okay, bye!